up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, The Reunion Part 2. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so the show picked up where it left off last week, which was with the lie detector test results. And we already knew that it was going to pretty much say no deception indicated on all of the questions that were asked. Carly was like, see, this is a hypothetical liar right here. This is a hypothetical liar. Pooh was like, y'all want to see my results? Wait a minute, don't speak too fast, because Nina has two more questions. Did Carly have sexual contact with Pooh and Hiram? See, the first question was, did she have sexual intercourse? And they said no. But the sexual contact was inconclusive. All that, mollied out, lean back, in the session didn't seem to help her out on those questions. Pooh was just like, she slept in my bed plenty of times. She slept in my bed when she got her ass shots. We slept in the bed together. Okay, so there may have been a little, face in the place, a little oral, a little BJ and something like that, but I guess, as far as actual penetration, at least Carly was able to get the test to tell us that she didn't do it. Now, Mimi, what is it that you saw?
Well, all I know is we all went out as a group together, and later on we went back to the studio that Pooh's husband owned at the time, and then we all left Carly there, and then the next day it was all in the blogs about a threesome. But I didn't know anything else about that.
The night in question, nobody really knows what happened but Uncle Hiram, Pooh, and Carly. Shekinah jumps in and says, well, she don't really know Pooh. She ain't know Pooh before now, but, she knows Shay, and, maybe it ain't all that unbelievable that it could be going on, because she invited Shay to her house and she had dildos in the refrigerator and some shit, and she be rubbing on you. I think that Shekinah was trying to kind of be on Pooh's side a little bit, but Pooh was just like,
and that's why you fat, short, and ugly, and uncomfortable looking.
Nigga, not uncomfortable. Pooh and her get to arguing and Carly start crying.
Oh, Carly, stop crying. She always crying.
Carly get up and tell us how, it's been really hard on her and her daughter, hasn't wanted to go to school. And we've all pointed out the fact that Carly has been thought numero uno all these past seasons, sucking toes at tables and, talking about sex and having sex and all of her relationship with all of her men, and now all of a sudden her daughter is upset about a threesome that might have gone down with Pooh and Uncle Hiram. This is what made your daughter decide to stop going to school. Cut it out, Carly. But if it makes her feel any better, she should be happy in knowing that most of the studio audience did believe that Pooh was lying. So you just gonna have to take that, Carly. Now, next segment was Show Enough Scrap and KK and Moniece. Moniece is up on stage looking really, really bronzed. Oh, it was such a bad look. I almost didn't even recognize her. Her face was so contoured and bronzed up, and then her makeup, and then her hair. I mean, it was so wiggy, and she normally looks good at the reunion. So I was like, maybe she off because it's Atlanta. She didn't, quite know how to do how Atlanta girls do. It was not the look. But anyway, what's going on with Show Enough Scrap? I remember I used to think that he was sexy. And I guess his demeanor has some sort of sex appeal, but what's happening with his face? It looked like it's almost rearranged. It's sort of like Bill the Cat. Like one eye looked higher than the other one, and he just looked. I was like, maybe he just need a good lineup, an edge up, maybe he just need to cut it down and get some control of it. I was looking at this, I said, Show No Scrap, you totally look, nothing like you had been in them earlier seasons. Anyway, as far as his dad is concerned, he knows he didn't have a past relationship with him, but he's willing to build something now, and that's good for him. He wants him to be there for his grandsons, the sons that Show Enough has custody of. He's totally refocused, and he wants his dad to be there as well. Now, KK, why you didn't tell him about his daddy? KK says, I truly didn't know. Okay, and then once she found out, she went on ahead and told him. So, okay. As far as Stevie J is concerned, we did get the reiteration that Show Enough Scrap was very upset with the fact that Stevie J didn't come down there and help him. It was definitely said that this will take some time off of his jail sentence, and even though Stevie J said he was coming, he never did show. And Stevie J couldn't say nothing other than he apologized. He let everybody down. He realized that, and he apologized. So we get through that too. Well, even though he couldn't count on Stevie J, he could count on Carly. Carly actually visited him in jail a few times because Carly was just like, that's a horrible place for somebody to be, and she just wanted to support in some kind of way. Show Enough Scrap was like, yeah, you guys would be surprised at even how just a little small, like a letter, means a big thing to somebody that's in jail that has no contact to anybody outside, like that. Okay, and then here come Pooh. Now Pooh was out of line, had nothing to do with nothing. Pooh was just like, and also they was fucking, so that's probably why she visited him too. Why she say that? Child, that KK must have reached over there and got a good grip on her blonde hair and yanked her. Boy, we saw her teal-colored panties and everything. I said, Of course, the crazy 88s rushed in because, child, they was slipping on that one. They did not expect it. I didn't either. I still didn't know why she was doing it, but once they got Pooh off of the stage, KK was just like, I don't play with mine. Okay, you don't talk about my children. That's a pretty good KK, y'all. Who knew I could do that? I probably won't be able to do it again. Thinking to myself, like, Show Enough Scrap is a grown-ass man, KK. Don't catch no case over no foolishness, but, Show Enough Scrap said that Pooh been talking reckless about everybody, all the women up on this stage. He's surprised that it hadn't happened sooner. So we get a little bit more order to the stage. And is everybody good? Moniece, you good? Moniece says, yep, she good. She about to go get her 4th breast augmentation. All right, so she used to, all this roughhousing around her titties. Ain't nothing new here. And speaking of Moniece, Show Enough, are you single? He says single as a dollar bill. So KK, why did you want them to be together? And she said because I can't even do it no more. Because she was really there for. Because she was really there. See, it's gone. Because she really was there for Show Enough Scrap while he was in jail. She said that Show Enough would call her on the phone and then she would 3-way in Moniece, and she said, and they would be talking so dirty. That was almost said, not quite it either, y'all. And they both was like, you is a lie. But whatever, it did not work out. Moniece says she was just disappointed in the way that Show Enough Scrap operated because he was almost like the perfect dude when she first started talking to him. I said, girl, they all are. They all are, Moniece. How old are you again? Anyway, she said she's never gonna allow, her some trash nigga to make her feel, lesser than, her and AD are trying to see if they can work it out. Girl, maybe you just need to stay on the lesbian tip and just don't fool with the men. The men ain't for you. And Show Enough Scrap apologized. Okay, it was never his intention to make her feel inferior or, lesser than. So if she felt that way, he was sorry. All right, so all's well that ends well there. Now, Ciara and BK. Yeah, their relationship is complicated. Ciara said that she, her thing is that she's been bouncing from relationship to relationship, that she never really gets a chance to kind of know herself. So now she's finally focusing on herself. Okay, girl, good. They asked Carly why did she wait to tell Ciara about Pooh. And you guys, Pooh is backstage. I want to come back out there because I ain't scared of none of you hoes out there. Okay, they had to put her wild ass back there and let her calm down and say, just if you simmer down some, Pooh, we gonna let you back out there. But she and Tokyo get it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys how Tokyo had rushed over there when the whole thing about Carly and Pooh. I was just like, who styled Tokyo? I think that this was probably one of the worst looks that I have ever seen. Now, first of all, the girl is pretty. She's a big girl, fine. There's plenty of clothes that you can put on big girls that makes them look very nice. Okay, this green and black, that fringe thing was so unflattering to her. It made her look very, very huge. And on top of the hair, and it's almost like they put way too much stuff on her to try to cover up whatever it is that they covering up. And I mean, we all know that she's a big girl, so you need to more accentuate. I mean, the girl, it was terrible. So when she was arguing with Pooh, I was so distracted by that green and black. I was like, How did I miss this last week? No. Tokyo girl, they are not doing you a favor. That is not, you are too, you can make it so much better. I know it's a lot of designers out there was like, oh, if I could have just got my hands on her. But anyway, Pooh says that she was just trying to talk to Sierra in peace, and all the other girls kind of just jumped on her, and everybody was going off on her. And so when Nina asked Sierra was like, well, when she first came at me, I was kind of believing her at first because BK, don't have the best track record. Pooh was like, see, that's what it is. See, Nina, what it is Sierra came over by my house and she told me she wanted my life. She said that she wished she could live like me. Sierra was like, bitch, you is a lie. I was cracking up. That Pooh is so fucking funny. If she wasn't on the reunion, it would have been such a like, womp, womp, womp. Akbar V. Okay, she gets up there, and it's always something when people have their first reunions. I think that they be so nervous that they be super extra, and Akbar V is no different. All right, Moniece gets up there with her, and they're talking about the EP that they were supposed to do. They weren't able to do it. They were able to do one song, but as far as the EP is concerned, no, because Akbar wouldn't always show up, okay? And, that's when she was like, well, sir, I tried to tell you that, I had migraines from, these bullet fragments in my brain. I still got the bullet fragments there. But she does at least own up to the fact that she should have probably called Moniece and told her that she was, wasn't going to be showing up. So that fell through. As far as Tokyo's concerned, what was the problem that you had with her? Well, she ain't really had a problem with her. It's just that the fact that she grew here, she just didn't understand, people trying to come up here and not check in. But, but as long as everybody knew that she was the queen and, that this is her city, and Tokyo was like, girl, first of all, I don't check in even to my flights. She had all the comebacks. She was like, and secondly, I'm not trying to be, I don't want your city. I'm not trying to be the queen of Atlanta. This is not really what I'm trying to do. Like, girl, all that you doing is so unnecessary. And it is. It's like Akbar, okay, it was almost like she was yelling and preaching about what she was and nobody was refuting her. So, she was like, I had a name before I came on this show. Okay, we know that. You had a name. Nobody said that didn't nobody know who you were. Okay? And so she was just real extra, but she could never quite get her foot into the extraness that she wanted to. You could tell. So, Spice was like, well, she's the queen of dance hall and she's living in Atlanta. So, Akbar is going to have to just move over because it's another queen living in Atlanta. So we get past that. All right. And then this whole story with Shekinah. So I still don't really understand what the problem was. You can tell that Shekinah is much more mature, and that's saying something, than Akbar V, right? So they start up on the whole nigga that they was both seeing at the same time or something, and Akbar just thinks that Shekinah is a hater. But Shekinah was just trying to tell us that Shekinah was with the guy and they was having any problems. I guess they was, in between getting together and breaking up and getting together, and then Akbar came into the scene, and then she was telling Shekinah how she was pregnant, but she wasn't sure she was going to keep it. She was going to get an abortion and all this. Shekinah's just telling all this. You can tell that them two actually had like more conversation than just two bitches fighting over some nigga that Shekinah felt like was full of shit and wasn't worth a damn anyway. Basically, neither one of them with the guy any longer. I think maybe they both would agree that maybe he wasn't shit, even though that is Akbar's baby daddy, one of them, whatever. But Akbar still jumps up again. I'm self-made, and all this and all that. And again, nobody said that you weren't. All of a sudden, she gets down on her knees and she starts praying. I said that Akbar is really extra. But if you guys saw the backstage video of her going off on the camera and nobody understanding why, when she was backstage getting prepared to go out there, she was already hyping herself up for some drama that was not necessary nor there to begin with. I don't know if Akbar will be back next season. What do you guys think? It's the Frost facts.
So Nina says that Rashida and D'Lo seem like they're lighter. Yeah, well, you know, everything that we've been through, D'Lo did take a step back and do a 180, and he totally changed. And then here go D'Lo with his stupid self. Well, I wasn't gonna let one mistake do us in, or whatever the fuck he said. So it was a mistake, huh? Okay. We get a little clarification that we already knew on this whole cheating that Rashida claimed that she did when they was out at their little cabin thing. And she was like, I just want to be clear on that. That was before the marriage, but in the relationship. We already knew that. You was just talking just to be talking, and you wanted us to believe that it was in your marriage when you said it, okay? Just so you can come back and say it beforehand. Girl, you ain't cheating on D'Lo. D'Lo doing all the fucking around in that relationship there. But I'll tell you something, that D'Lo done got, you know, he done got a little bit more, you know, he ain't quite as remorseful as he has been. I guess he done got comfortable in the whole fact that he cheated and got caught. So now when Nina asked Rashida what was it like to meet little Cannon, you know, she was just like, oh, he was just so cute. You know, and I realize he's an innocent baby. You know, his daddy's a fuck nigga. His mama probably was dropping it low and spreading it wide. You know, he ain't asked to be here, so she decided to go on and love him. D'Lo, why didn't you tell Rashida about Jasmine, you know, reaching out to you? Oh, well, D'Lo stupid ass. Well, I told everybody else here, you know. Okay, but why you didn't tell the woman that matters? Nobody else here even matters. D'Lo says, well, the problem is Jasmine thinks that I'm supposed to be there in a relationship. Because Jasmine said that he's only around when the TV cameras are running. But he was just like, she made the choice that she decided to move forward on. So I was just like, nigga, you got your motherfucking nerves. She made the choice to have the baby. You didn't want to have the baby, fine. But you definitely made the choice to lay down and fuck her without any protection. You had to know that there was some chance. And then Rashida jumps in and was just like, and he never made her think that he was going to change his situation because of that. I said, child, where is, what was old girl's name? I don't remember her name. The one that used to always have all the shit on this whole triangle here. Don't let me go back. I'm sure it's not up anymore because I think they ended up taking her page down on Instagram. But what is her name? You guys know who I'm talking about. The one that would have all of the shit. Don't let me go back and remember how she had pictures of the girl in Pressed, and he had then sent her down there to get her baby shower dress from Pressed, and how he was sending her text messages saying that they was gonna be together and all of that. I was like, wow. But I guess nobody has this at the ready, so it just really gets on my nerves how everybody tiptoes around them. It's fine if you decide to work it out and stay together, but everybody acts like they are like the model couple because, I guess because he cheated and she decided to stay? I wish Nina would call them out on their bullshit, but nobody will. Everybody just treats them like Love and Hip Hop royalty. It gets on my fucking nerves. And then lastly, Spice and Tokyo. So Spice, why did you want to lighten your skin? You know, she said she was speaking out for the dark-skinned girls, you know, and we all know about what Black hypocrisy was about now. They asked Mimi, did she feel like she had, you know, was basically privileged because of her lighter skin? Absolutely. When I sat down with Spice and she told me what she went through in Jamaica as a dark-skinned girl, I had no idea. They get on the conversation very quickly and then they get off of it about skin bleaching. Is it the same as plastic surgery? I always say that it's not. But you know what? That might be something that we could delve into a little deeper. What do you guys think? Do you think skin lightening is another form of plastic surgery? Something that you're unhappy about on your body, right? That you're making changes to. Not necessarily the healthiest way, but it's still making changes to your body. So you guys, what do you guys feel? What's the verdict on that one? You guys, y'all get down in the comments and discuss. And then Tokyo talks about her depression, you know, how she didn't even know she was depressed until the girls came and told her she was depressed. Sierra said, you know, well, I love my son, and you know, I wanted to go down there and help her. I maybe went too hard when she was talking about her health problems, but you know, when she was saying she wanted to lose weight, you know, I wanted her to lose weight because it was something that I had been through as well. But now Sierra realizes that whatever Tokyo wants, that's what she wants as well. But Tokyo, you got a special little gleam in your eye. Is it because of this man that we see on your Instagram account now? And you know, Tokyo's like, I can't lie, I love my man. I said, girl, there ain't nothing wrong with you, ain't got to lie.
You ain't got to bring the nigga on the show and parade him around, but honey, if the man is there and he making you happy, then why the fuck not? Okay? So happy for Miss Tokyo. And then lastly, one final look back at the season, which was just so blah. Not one memorable moment to me on the show, other than Pooh talking about the shitty sheets, and that even wore us out eventually. But nothing. What was you guys' memorable moment of the season? Y'all also put that down there in the comments and discuss. But final words. Bambi and Scrappy says no mother-in-laws will be allowed at the home. Carly says she's offering all kinds of sex classes, whatever y'all need, she there for you. Stevie J is still the good guy. Tokyo is launching a plus-size lingerie company, and Show Enough Scrap is all about prison reform. All right, and that would wrap up the 8th season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Who y'all think is coming back next season? That's it. I'm about to get off of here, give me something to eat, get on back to work. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm It's Rocks. The channel is For It's Rocks, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.